Holy cow, webheads, can you believe it? We're heading into November. That means it's getting closer to the end of 2020. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you the top 10 most anticipated comics for November 4th, 2020. That's right, guys. It's hard to believe that Turkey Day is right around the corner and we're getting closer to ending the year of 2020. But guys, at any time, if you like this channel and want to show it that extra love and support, just go right on to my home screen, hit that join button. And again, guys, it takes the channel a long way. And I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time to watch the videos and commenting and all that great stuff. So guys, let's kick off this list this week with the hot seat. That's right, fans. This is the book where, I could drop it at any time if I don't like it, on the fence about buying a series, could be any of that stuff. But today we're talking about U.S. Agent issue 1. This is a mini-series, issue 1 of 5. Now, I don't know that much about U.S. Agent. I've read a few books with him in it, but I haven't dove deep into the character's history. And John Walker is the former super patriot, and he's been stripped of his official U.S. agent status. And now he's operating as an independent government contractor. That sounds like an interesting story, right? So again, it's only 5 issues. It could be really well done. And after reading issue 1, I could be on board with this thing. So we'll see what happens with it. New series, new number 1 if you're interested. All right, so officially kicking off the countdown now, we're going to kick it off with number 10. And number 10 goes to the Amazing Spider-Man issue 51.LR. That's right, The Last Remains. And basically, this continues the whole Kindred story, and this is a lot lower on my list this time around because we're dealing with Spider-Man kind of battling Kindred, I guess, but he's more battling his Spider-Man family that's been possessed by Kindred, and I'm not really kind of into that because my whole thing was, why did we drag the Spider-Man family into this whole ordeal anyway? Just so they could become victims and then Spider-Man has to try to save them? Like, I'm not into that. Like, get me the story that has to deal with the main bad guy in this world, right? We found out who he finally was, and I want to see this battle. I don't want to see him fight his own people. We know he's going to rescue them in the future, right? So I'm kind of disappointed the direction of after issue 50 and whatnot. So nevertheless, we'll see where it goes. I can never drop Amazing Spider-Man. It's never going to happen. I've read every single issue for years now. So this book is 28 pages, $4. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for it. Coming in at number 9, we have the next chapters of X of Swords. We have X of Swords issues 12 and 13. Now, the last issues I read, I think, were issues 9 and 10, or chapters 9 and 10, and they were okay for me. I wasn't a fan of the Excalibur one, say. The Apocalypse one was a little bit better because we get to see how tough of a character that Apocalypse is. He does whatever he can to survive, which I thought was kind of cool. But those particular chapters were a little bit slower for me. And I'm hoping, once we get past 11 and then 12 and 13, things start to pick up again. However, this series has been quite interesting for me, and I want to definitely see it all the way through. So both these books, guys, are going to be $3.99 each. All right, next, coming in at number 8, this one goes to Black Widow, issue 3, The Ties That Binds, part 3. And I am one issue behind on this book. However, I love the first issue, and I heard that the second issue was really well done. And it looks like, based off of this cover, that Natasha could be getting married. Like, what is happening? Who's controlling her? It doesn't look like she's all in control. Like, she doesn't remember who she actually is and whatnot. So Kelly Thompson is the writer of this book. Looking forward to it. This book is 28 pages, and it is $4. All right, next, coming in at number 7, this is Firepower, issue 5, written by Robert Kirkman, and Samney does the artwork in this book. Now, I read issues 1 through 3, haven't read 4, and this could be higher on my list, but unfortunately my shop wound up getting their copies shorted, and some of them were damaged, so I never got issue 4. I should be getting issue 4 very soon so I can catch up on it, but it looks like, we have our dinner plans ruined here with Owen and Kelly Johnson, so they're still, I guess, maybe trying to recruit Owen, or the Dragon Claw clan is after them, or the Earth Scorch clan is after them. I don't know, but the issues that I've read so far are awesome, and I can't wait to see where it goes. So this is 36 pages, $4. All right, next, guys, coming out is our number 6 book, and this is Wolverine Black, White, and Blood. Let me tell you, some of the covers on this book are absolutely outstanding. We got Jerry Duggan is attached to this. Adam Kubert is attached to this book. And these are just like untold stories of the characters that has taken place from his past. So if you want to go back to the Weapon X program, this is where you're going to go with that. And I think it's going to be pretty cool. I guess it has to do with like Wolverine's shattered memories or whatnot. So we'll see what it has to offer. But again, if you like comic books to collect covers, this is it, man. These covers are awesome. And this is 44 pages, and this is a $5 book. So we'll see what this has to offer. All right, next, moving on to number 5, guys. This is Deceased. This is issue 5. The last issue, when it comes to issue 4, was really well done, as we get to see our heroes go to they try to get the Mobius chair and try to see the future of what's going to happen, so they could get Cyborg to extract the cure for the anti-life equation. But while they were in space, something very, very bad has happened, and it could be literally the end of all things. And if you guys read that issue and you got to the end of it, you're probably like, oh boy, now our heroes are in store for this, for a bad awakening here. But really great stuff. Can't wait to see where Deceased issue 5 goes. If you haven't read it, I definitely say read it. Tom Taylor's the writer of this one. 32 pages, $4, guys. All right, next, coming in at number 4, this one goes to Web of Venom, Empire's End. So we're not quite done with Empire yet, because this is Null's invasion towards Empire. And this is kind of like a prelude issue, obviously, to King in Black. So if you're looking to connect everything with Null and King in Black, go ahead, pick this book up. You obviously get to see Null, how he is awakened, and he's making his way towards Earth, and he comes to a bunch of fighters, and it looks like they're going to be very unlucky, and they're probably going to wind up dead. But I want to see this journey. This is part of that journey towards Earth that Null is making, and it looks like he's coming across like Kree or Skrull Empire characters, right? So we'll see what happens with it. Looking forward to it. And this one is 36 pages, $5. All right, guys, next, coming in at number 3, we have Batman issue 102. This is the Ghost Maker. So we've been teased with another new character that James Tynion IV has written, and now this character is making his way in the pages of Batman. What's the agenda here? What's the purpose of him? We don't know yet, but it looks like he's going to be in quite a few issues going forward. Always excited about Batman these days. A lot of people say that when it comes to the end of the Joker War, it ended a little flat, which I can agree with. And then the most recent issue with 101, the Aftermath, that one was a little bit slow, as well as, Catwoman and Batman are like discussing their plans with each other. And Catwoman's like, yeah, I'm going to give you a year. So there's like a timetable on their relationship now, which is kind of odd, but I'm looking forward for the action to pick up once again, and I love the artwork in this book. All right, next, coming in at number 2, this one goes to Thor issue 9. This starts a new story arc, and it's called Prey Starts Here. And we have the return of Donald Blake. So this is the alter ego of Thor. So this version of this character is making its way back. I think he's supposed to be a policeman now in this world. I'm not 100% sure. But there was a long time. When it comes to Thor, I honestly have not read that much history of the character. I've read Jane Foster, I've read this current run, but when it comes to a lot of the things that happened in the past with Thor, I'm not too familiar with, but I know this is the return of the character, and I'm curious to see what this story has to offer and why. Why is this character back? So we'll see what happens. I think the story's going to pick up after the kind of slower issues. Donny Cates is just awesome, so I am looking forward to it. All right, so what is number one? My number one most anticipated comic is another Donny Cates book. This is his independent one, though. This is Crossover Issue 1, guys. Very much looking forward to this one. $3.99 book. And some of the cover art on these books are awesome with, like, kids reading the comics and, like, their faces are disintegrating into skulls. That is intense right there. But this book looks to be really, really cool. And obviously, if you guys have read his independent work, like God Country, he has written Redneck, and he has written, what's the other books that he's written? Not 100% sure, as I have a big jet flying by right now. Dude, that thing was flying. Holy cow. Nevertheless, Baby Teeth was another one. He has written some great stuff, and one of his other big stories that he written for Marvel besides Venom was Thanos. That was awesome as well. So this crossover book looks to be absolutely phenomenal, and it says, imagine everything you thought was fantasy was real, and now join us in a world where reality is dead and anything is possible. It just looks exciting, man. It's something different, and I can't wait for it. Been waiting for this for a very long time, so we'll see what happens with it. Again, guys, this is Crossover Issue 1. Don't forget that it's coming out, and go to your local comic book shop to put it on your pull list today. So guys, there you have it. There are my top 10 most anticipated comics of the week. I want to know what your most anticipated comics are of the week in the comments below. And guys, if you like this content here, go ahead. I'm going to leave you one right here. Go ahead and check it out. And I got a new series for you to watch. And until next time, guys, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. And I'll see you guys real soon. Take care, guys. Bye.